All right, here we go. Back at it again, getting you ready for a really great weekend. We have a lot of great action coming your way. Obviously, Churchill Downs in effect, but the biggies coming up from Woodbine. Yeah, and one of the best races they have is the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. Huge impact on the Breeders' Cup, and just a really, really interesting race to handicap, and always tough, and usually brings in a price. So let's take a look at what we're working with this year with the Woodbine Mile, a Grade 1 event. It's worth $1 million at Woodbine, 1 mile on the turf. Solid field of 9 runners here for race number 9 on Saturday. So the first thing you always do is look for pace. There's not a lot of it in here. Not a lot at all. In fact, maybe 2.5 horses, and when I say half of a horse, I mean that a horse that's probably shown speed one time, that's Stanley House, to the inside, has shown some speed. But long shot Leo, the jockey in the irons, will try to make some things happen from there. You know, the 4 Huntmaster has some speed, and you know, that's about it. So that brings us to the horse that could possibly steal it. And it's really the horse that has only one shot to steal. Like, he can't do anything else. It's My Boy Prince. My Boy Prince is the 6 at 10 to 1. And he ran in this race last year and showed absolutely 0 speed and 0 interest. Just kind of ran around in a circle and was 6th on that day. So if you look at the running line there, you'll see was 6th and then just never really did anything. But in all the other starts, the horse had shown some speed, or at least the ability to press or rate. Well, in this situation with Joel Rosario in the irons, you can go back and look at the times that Joel has ridden this horse. When they were together back in 2023 in the Grade 1 summer, that's the Joel you're going to get on Saturday, pardon me. He's going to pop out on top. The question is, can this horse carry them all the way around if he doesn't get pressure? And I don't think that he will get pressure, but I'm not convinced that he can carry them all the way around. So it remains to be seen, but he will be a pace factor, and that is always, always important. The only problem is you've got some serious class and form in here. Notable speech with these ridiculous connections. Charles Appleby, William Buick. Like, when they make their way on over to Woodbine and on Breeders' Cup, stuff like that, they're tough to beat when they come to this side of the country, of the world, excuse me. And so you look at what they've done there in those races, at whether it's Newmarket and Ascot, Newbury, and Deauville. Like, these are really, really impressive runner that likes to compete, and he likes to win races. And, you know, 1 mile, I think, is right where he wants to be. And if you go back and look at how this horse performed in the Breeders' Cup Mile last year, excellent move from off the pace, just couldn't quite get there. They didn't quite time the ride exactly the way they wanted to, and that's why they came up short. It was a great race. So you can see that this horse is going to be in the mix. He has everything that you probably want except for price. That's the only problem. It's your 8 to 5 morning line favorite. And then there's another international horse that will get plenty of play, and that's One Stripe, mainly because the horse loves to win races and has top connections. Graham Motion loves to bring horses over. A very, very exceptional conditioner, especially in turf racing. And you got Johnny V, the Hall of Famer, just the ageless wonder, just keeps on schooling these young punks on a daily basis. He's got himself a horse that loves to win races. I don't have really high regard for the races that they run there in South Africa. I know it's a lot of races there and there's some talent, but I feel like these horses need at least one before they can really make something happen when they make that trip. Horse hasn't run since March the 16th. I'm surprised it's a 5-2 favorite, but that's what they've decided. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Keep that bet over there. That's value for somebody else. I'm not messing with that. I think I can beat that horse, no problem. Then you got a horse that's kind of the now horse. In the 9, Gas Me Up is the now horse is getting good. You can see this horse has been able to win 3 of the last 4 outings, and one of the victories came at a mile. That's King Edward last time out. Came flying from the back of the pack, made up good ground. And that's what this horse wants to do. They want to sit and then make up that ground. You see that they broke their maiden going a mile at Del Mar in 2022. That's not easy to do. And then from there, they've gotten a little bit better at settling and then making that move, keeping them covered up and then sprinting for home. Gas Me Up will try to do just that. The only question is, will there be enough pace for this horse to settle and then run at? I don't know if there'll be enough for them to catch, and that might be their undoing because they need a setup, and that might be, really hard to come by with this field. So we get to this situation where we're like, okay, where do we go to find the horse that we think represents a good chance to win and value? They're in good form. They've got back class, right? Well, I tell you what, we found a horse. It wasn't that hard to find. It's your defending champion in this race. The number 8, Win the Money. And I'm really surprised. I guess it's because the horse is winless since they won the Woodbine Mile, so that's why the horse is 8-1 in the morning line. But I'm like, it's Mark Casse. Are you serious? Patrick Husbands, come on. Like, this is a really, really interesting runner. Great connections, and the runner is proven. So that performance in the Woodbine Mile, now look, it was pretty fortuitous. The horse was able to save ground pretty much all the way around and then came right up the rail. It had no obstruction whatsoever. Pardon me. That's not going to happen often. And so that's why the horse has been coming up short. Excuse me. But if you can see, they'll be closer to the pace. That 9 horse Gas Me Up is going to be too far back. That is why Win the Money wins the money? Yeah, the 8, Win the Money, gets the money in the Grade 1 Woodbine Mile. All right, that's how we do it. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, we'll see you here on Horse Race Bets. I'm Ken Rudolph. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.